is Molley Cook.
And my name is Emma Garland, and we're from the Cascade FFA.
Today we are discussing the importances of having a safety plan on the farm.
No matter how careful workers are on the farm, due to the nature of their job, they are always at a high risk for accidents. This is why it is important to be prepared with a Stop the Bleed kit, which is what we will be putting together for you today and demonstrating how to use a tourniquet.
To come up with a farm safety plan, you need to identify the hazards, then minimize them. After that is done, and when an accident does occur, you need to respond to it in the correct way with your Stop the Bleed kit.
First, you need to identify the hazards around the farm and decide where to put the Stop the Bleed kit in order to reduce the amount of accidents that will happen around the farm. Then you will have a farm map with all your Stop the Bleed kits labeled where they are, shown as on the screen. This is helpful for all your workers so they know where to find a kit in case of emergency. Making a safety plan with all your workers and farmers is important and could be done by having a meeting with all the workers and training them how to use a tourniquet.
On the poster, we have different places around the farm that the Stop the Bleed kit is placed. They are scattered around the farm to make it easier to get to one. We have also added them in different machinery. So as you can see, this right here is a map of our farm. We have placed safety kits in 3 main places. And these 2 barns, the one at the top and the one at the bottom, are both our barns with our main equipment and our bigger equipment. And we've placed safety kits in these barns because we know that working on the equipment can cause a lot of injuries, serious injuries. We've also placed it in our shop where all of our tools are because we know that whenever you are using those tools, then anything could happen and any big or small incident could occur. We've lastly placed our Stop the Bleed kits and our safety kits in different equipment because when you're off the farm and into fields, then you need to be able to have your safety kits with you. Today we are demonstrating how to put a Stop the Bleed kit together, the things that go in it, how to use it, and demonstrating how to assess the situation the best way possible.
So some things you'll need to put in your Stop the Bleed container are a tourniquet, gauze, gloves, Band-Aids, Neosporin, medical tape, scissors, cleaning wipes, and a Sharpie. First, you will need to gather all the items that you are putting in your Stop the Bleed kit. We will have a container to put in the equipment. The reason that these things are important for the Stop the Bleed kit is because each item has their own use. For instance, they can hold more serious wounds together. Also, they can stop infection caused by unsterile hands and can even help stop the bleed, which is what we will be demonstrating for you today.
Let's use this in a real-life scenario. This leg belongs to a farmer named Jason Lambert. Jason was having a hard day on the farm when he was carrying pallets out to burn. As he was doing this, he had slipped and fell on some oil, where he then dropped all the pallets, and this one specific piece of wood had punctured him in the leg. Screaming for help, this is the process we would use. First, call 911. Although you can do your best to apply pressure and to stuff the wound to stop the bleed, the ambulance still needs to come to help save the wound or save the ligament and also save the person's life. Next, do not take the tool out of the body or the object out of the body because it could be blocking blood vessels or an artery, which could cause it to bleed out faster. You want to stuff the wound with gauze, shirts, or other materials around you. We're more concerned with stopping the bleed rather than the sanitary measures. The infections that could be caused can be fixed later on. If you don't have tourniquet, put pressure on the wound until the ambulance gets there. Even if you have a tourniquet, you still want to do this until you're able to get the tourniquet on. Also, do not keep checking the wound because if you take your pressure off, then it will continue to bleed out, which we do not want to happen.
So while Molly demonstrates, she's going to be demonstrating how to put the tourniquet on. So first, you need to make sure there is no clothing over the wound. But at this time, since we are in such a hurry, we do not worry about that. So she's going to put the tourniquet on between the heart and where the wound is, because the heart is pumping blood, and we don't want the heart to pump any more blood to the wound. This is either a life or death situation, and this is going to hurt, but no matter what, you're going to have to keep doing it, even if it hurts, because this is a life or death situation and you don't want them to bleed out. So you're going to put the tourniquet on as tight as you can get it, and then you're going to use the metal bar to turn it to get it even more tight. So after that, when you turn the metal bar, you're going to then put it in the place where it's supposed to be, and you're going to put the Velcro back over it, and you're going to write the time on it when you put the tourniquet on it. Now, if the tourniquet gets too bloody, then you're going to write the time on their forehead so the ambulance knows when you put it on there. You can't keep it on too long or the limb will fall off.
The reason the tourniquet is so important is because a human body has approximately 1 gallon of blood and can bleed out in 90 seconds. Also, you can lose up to 14% of blood until you feel lightheaded or dizzy. You can also lose up to 10 pints of blood until you go out of shock, or go into shock.
Now, tying everything back into the introduction and how it can be related to agriculture, you can see that the Stop the Bleed kit is very useful, especially on big farms. For farmers and workers, they are more likely to get hurt due to the nature of their job. Overall, having a safety plan is important, especially at farms due to the hazards that they work around. Thank you.